Okay. Do we know if Chris is joining us or maybe?
I'm not aware on that one.
Those who can will. Those who can't, they won't be here. There you go. Enough said.
That's all we can do.
Okay. Ah! I don't know why the kitten needs to stand on the keyboard, but that is his goal in life.
Because you're paying attention to the keyboard, not him.
Pretty much.
Fenner would do the same thing if he could.
If he could get up on the table.
Yeah. If he can get up on the table, that's the scary thing.
It is, it is.
I stop him before he does.
Yeah, it's been a week. And it's only Tuesday. Huzzah. 5:13. Hello and welcome to the Supreme Council of the Master Geeks Lodge, episode 82. My name is Bill Kelly, Hornswoggle the Great, pretend mechanic, peasant hero, doer of good deeds, and all around, itch and vagrant. Also on the council tonight, I have with me
Rob the Blacksmith, cigar aficionado, and all-around nice guy about town.
Ed gave Mr. Ruckus the perfect nickname without having to be prompted. And as you can see in the video, he calls him White Paws. All four of his paws are white. He's like, White Paws is in the house. I'm like, White Paws? Oh, yes, he is. Good. I'm glad you got him in. Well, I mean, this cat is afraid of everybody, so I'm amazed. Ed has cat powers because he was able to pick up and carry steel. I'm the only one that can pick steel up. He doesn't like people. So he likes Ed, apparently. He's like, he was out front, and I couldn't open the door. I had to walk around to the back, so I just picked him up and carried him, and we got almost to the door, and then he ran away. And I'm like, wow. I'm impressed.
I didn't realize what was happening until it happened.
Yeah. He was like, oh, yeah, I want to go back inside. And oh, wait a minute. You're not the one who carries me.
You're not my human.
You're not Dad. And that's okay. He can fill in. So, tonight's question for the episode. Which fantasy, cartoon, movie, whatever you want, dog do you want to take with you through the dystopian apocalypse? Mainly Snoopy or Gromit, but as I've had 10 hours to think about this at work, we should probably open this up for Scooby-Doo and a few others. Because you've got Lassie and Rin Tin Tin, and then later Wonton Ton. And then, the hero dogs tend to die off after Scooby-Doo and Dino Mutt.
And you have Brian.
Benji? What?
You have Brian from the Family Guy.
Oh, true.
You can always have P9.
K9, Doctor Who. I think K9 and Dino Mutt would be too... They require too much maintenance and technology that you're not going to have access to. Especially K9. He is an alien. I mean, he's the Doctor's dog, but he's not from Earth. Jingo picked Snoopy for his ride or die.
Yeah.
I'm torn. And I think I picked the two best between Gromit and Snoopy, but I'm having trouble picking one because they're so, I don't want to say complimentary, but I want to say, well, here, let me break it down. Okay. Wallace and Gromit, if you haven't seen it, it's Ardan Films, it's amazing. They make a lot of movies, but mostly they started with Wallace and Gromit. And they're just absolutely wholesome, absolutely wonderful. There's a new Wallace and Gromit movie out, but the most recent one that I have seen, and I absolutely loved it, was Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and Helena Bonham Carter and Ralph Fiennes are in it too. So it's almost like a Harry Potter reunion. Voldemort and Bellatrix Lestrange. Beatrix. But Gromit is a scientist like Wallace. Gromit is always cleaning, he's always sewing, he's always knitting, he's always doing something. He's always making food for Wallace. Cracking toast, Gromit. So he's got the technical know-how. He can help you with vehicle maintenance and stuff like that. But he's, like Snoopy, he doesn't talk. Because Brian falls under the Scooby-Doo Dino Mutt. These are talking animals. Even, I don't remember what his name was, but the dog from Boy and His Dog.
Yeah.
The dog has telepathy. So he doesn't really talk, but you hear his mind. So I think that the talking makes them more of a human character. Because with Snoopy, he's your most complicated fantasy dog that isn't Scooby-Doo or Scrappy or Dynomutt or the Scooby's cousin. I can't remember his name. But Snoopy doesn't... Snoopy is shown doing technical stuff, but Charlie Brown never relies on him for projects and schemes and things like that. However, Snoopy would be extra valuable in the apocalypse because Snoopy isn't just Snoopy. Snoopy is many people. He's Joe Cool. He's the Flying Ace. He's the Great Pumpkin.
He's schizophrenic.
He's schizophrenic, but he also clicks the face occupation. Snoopy is a face. He could be other people to get you out of trouble or get you into deeper trouble. Also, Snoopy has the network that Gromit, for whatever reason, does not have. Snoopy has Spike. You are told from the beginning that Charlie Brown got Snoopy at the Daisy Hill Puppy Farm, which a puppy farm has a completely different meaning today than it did in the early 60s.
Yeah.
In the 60s, a farm full of puppies. In the future, this is an illegal operation, and illegal dog breeding is happening, and these caged animals are suffering. But, I mean, Snoopy has multiple... also Woodstock and his network of birds. So I'm still torn, really. I mean, Gromit and Snoopy would both be valuable allies to have, companions to have in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, I would go, if it's just those two, I would go with Snoopy as well. If you're opening it up, Snoopy's cousin Spike becomes a very, very intriguing option because he survives everywhere.
Yeah. And he lives in Needles, Arizona, California. And for those of you who don't know,
Yep.
Phoenix is ungodly fucking hot. Needles is hotter. It's in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing out there. Nothing. There's nothing out there. The border of the states. The imaginary border. Am I wrong?
The invisible line that exists between California and Arizona.
Mm. Oh, crap.
And if you're opening it up to any animal, any fantasy animal, my choice would actually be Fenner.
You can't pick your own animals. That's a given.
No. Fenner, son of Loki, first wolf.
Oh, that Fenner. The original Fenner.
Yeah. If you look at Fenner, Fenner shows up in Thor, in the Thor movie.
Oh, really?
Because he's the one that
eats Odin.
He's the one that the Hulk fights. He's the big dog that the Hulk fights.
Okay. That's an even match right there. The Hulk and
Fenner. You know, I mean, if I'm going to deal with the dystopian future and some kind of apocalypse, I'll take Fenner on my side.
Okay.
Because I could just turn him loose. You know, eat that. Eat them.
Go get those. What are they, zombies? Eat those too. Eat everything. Just eat it all. I don't know.
Because my Fenner would do the same, but he doesn't quite have the same capacities.
Yeah. Because, I want to take my cats. Well, of course, everybody wants to take their own pets. That's a given.
But you could also have, and I can never remember the name of the dog from Inspector Gadget.
Brain.
He was
Penny
an
and
intelligent dog who could go out and do all kinds of things, and he was the one that fixed or repaired or made the things happen that needed to happen, figured out what was going on. So
Brain
it's similar to
Brain is a Gromit ripoff. You're right. Now that I'm thinking about it, oh my God, he is. But I mean, imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. Gromit is an awesome dog. That's why I'm having trouble with the struggle of Snoopy or Gromit, because both are a great choice. Both would help you out immensely. Snoopy is probably going to, only because he has the extra skills and contacts. Because Gromit doesn't really have any, Gromit doesn't have a network like Snoopy does.
Well, he doesn't have the social skills that Snoopy has. Snoopy creates and builds networks wherever he goes. Somewhere, somehow, he finds and meets and gets to know, and he ingratiates himself in the area. There are very few who are immune to his charms.
However, Snoopy is a beagle, and I would hesitate in bringing that out to the apocalypse with me, because for most of the time you're going to want to be completely silent, and you don't need some bailing hound every time somebody comes within smelling, seeing, or hearing distance. But Snoopy doesn't act like a beagle on the show or in the cartoon.
Exactly.
He's not.
Snoopy doesn't do that. So
yeah. Because Gromit doesn't make any noise at all. It's all of his facial expressions that sell whether. I love all those movies. I got to see the new one. You've seen all of them, right? The Wrong Trousers and.
Well, I haven't seen the Wallace and Gromit stuff.
I have DVD. Oh, they're at Beth's house.
The other one that could be interesting would be Courage.
Okay. I would only accept early Courage that doesn't talk, because I thought a lot about that. But if you think about it, Courage is already in the apocalypse. Eustace,
so he's got the knowledge and the skills. He reacts, but then he figures out how to take care of the situation.
Yeah.
And he's always fixing the problems. So again, he falls in line with Gromit and Brain.
I guess he does.
And I see the issue Courage is frightened by the issue until he realizes, all right, it's up to me to fix the problem. I'm going to fix the problem.
They Might Be Giants did this theme song to Courage the Cowardly Dog. I love them.
The other fun part could be if you have to open it up a little bit, but you could turn Cat Dog loose.
You could. Cat Dog, Ren and Stimpy, all of the...
Well, Ren Hoek. Yeah, Ren would be great because he would absolutely destroy everyone and everything without having to destroy it. Just turn him loose, and as he has his coronary attacks and loses his mind, and everybody just kind of goes about their business.
We have evil Ren and apathetic Ren. Who cares? The cartoon was so weird. But I gave it a lot of thought today. I was thinking, it's like, who would be better? Because you're going to have all of those Fallout, post-apocalyptic, cities are going to form, but they're not going to be cities like we know. They're going to be different. They're going to be more like Mad Max and Waterworld and what's that other one? But yeah, it'll probably be more like Judge Dredd than anything else if there is a post-apocalyptic tomorrow, if we're not already in it now. But I'm leaning towards Snoopy, but I'm not 100%. Could still be Gromit.
Snoopy, of the first two, between Snoopy and Gromit, I would go with Snoopy. Only because the social skills, the ability to adapt, and his willingness to protect and attack without having to be violent.
Yeah.
He takes care of the situation and corrects other people's actions very quickly without the need for aggressive violence.
True. As opposed to Warner Brothers cartoons.
Yeah, Wile E. Coyote would be the opposite.
Sam the dog.
And you would just have him as a sacrificial lamb who keeps respawning.
Yeah.
Now, Ralph would be worthwhile.
Morning, Sam. Morning, Ralph. I think Ralph would be, if I had to pick a Warner Brothers dog, yeah, Ralph. For the post, because Sam would be great, but Ralph is a fucking monster from just that one cartoon. Ralph is on the strength scale of the gorilla, the dad gorilla from that episode. I don't know if Ralph could pull mountains together, but the amount of strong violence he directs towards Sam is it's pretty unhinged.
He has a plan. He has plan A through triple Z, and he's always ready and willing to fall back onto the next plan. It's like the dog that Foghorn Leghorn always has to deal with.
Sam the dog.
Yeah.
Where he beats him with a board when he's asleep, and there's something well, that's not a word. There's something even more fantastic with the Ralph and Sam, because Ralph is blind. He has to constantly lift up his hair to see things. So that means he is in a Zen-like state, reacting to all of the things until he picks up his mop and
yeah, he is the John Wick of his genre, because he knows you're over here. I know you're going to be over here, and I'm going to correct your actions.
Pretty much. It's been over 25 years since... No, it's been sooner than that. No, they played the Peanuts specials. Just not as many of them. As time goes by, the specials lost their special, and they just kind of didn't play as many of the Rankin Bass and the other ones as they did from the time that they started to... I mean, if you want to watch the Leprechaun's Gold, you gotta buy it or watch it on like Tubi or, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
I sent, well, Donnie has it. I bought the Mad Monster Party.
Okay.
Because I barely remember that. I have like almost no memory of that. But Phyllis Diller, oh my God, I love Phyllis Diller. I love her laugh. No, I watched the specials with the kids, so I can't say, oh, it's been so long since I've seen the Peanuts. And that. The thing that's changed is the audience, and, well, Dolly Madison is no longer a company, I'm told.
Well, the thing that happened is when we were watching them with our parents. So our parents were enjoying those because it was a shared experience. They saw the cartoons, the comics, drawn in the newspaper. And when those programs were presented, it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, when we had the Valentine special, when they had the
Thanksgiving and
all the holiday specials, it was an opportunity for our parents and ourselves to share this experience. And we grew up with it. We lived with it. As we started to have children, many of those specials lost some of their gravitas because we didn't have we didn't have all the Peanuts showing up in the newspaper. As my boys were coming up, the newspapers were falling off.
Yeah.
And so you didn't see that as often. You didn't have the opportunity to sit. I mean, how many times did you sit with Hannah and read the comics to her? It really didn't happen.
No.
I did it years ago when all the kids were very young. I would sit with them, but it was an opportunity to teach them to read because I could sit down
that
with
part,
them.
yeah. But as she got older, I just handed them to her, and here you go. Like was done to me.
I'll read that then, and off we go.
Yeah.
But that was the way it happened when I was a kid because my father and my grandfathers took the time to say, hey, I know I can clue this kid in by showing him, here's a comic strip that he likes. And now I can get him to start reading these things.
Yeah.
And it became a normal thing. When I was a parent, I had the comics. I would read the comic strip if the kids didn't want to read it with me, and then hand it to them. But the boys were not big on comics. They didn't like the comic strips necessarily, and they certainly didn't like comic books. And so that became a separation. They moved away from that as a medium. And so we end up with the case we now have a generation that knows the most important ones because there's always the Christmas specials that always show up. You're hard pressed to find the Charlie Brown or any of the Thanksgiving specials. You have the Halloween specials always show up, but you're hard pressed to find any of the 4th of July specials. You're hard pressed to find any of the Valentine's Day specials, anything like that, because they're not the big holidays. So those things kind of come off. And that's where that becomes a point of demarcation for all of these classes.
You don't have to be a historian. It's better if you are. But if you don't have to be a historian to believe in the statement as time has gone on and technology has increased, holidays have diminished. Christmas used to be 2 fucking weeks.
Some of the holidays have become so much bigger.
Wow.
Think about it this way. What is the biggest grossing, money-wise, the biggest grossing holiday in the United States during the year? What holiday has the greatest amount of money made?
You want to say
of any holidays?
You want to say Christmas, but I think it's Halloween.
It is Halloween. It's the highest.
Uh-oh. You're digitizing.
In the United States. And that has happened over the last 15 to 20 years. Halloween has soared beyond Christmas. Where 30 years ago, Christmas would have been the holiday because so much was centered around it. You had all of the things that came with it, not necessarily the gift giving and things like that, but it was all of the other events that came with it. Yeah, you had all the family activities. You had all of the events that went on. You had all of the special events that people went out to because you had the Christmas, you had the Christmas events that took place in November in almost every city in the country because now you had the Christmas, you had the Christmas event at the town park. You had the Christmas event in town center. And it wasn't in December. It was before that. So Christmas was picking up all of this and taking away time from Thanksgiving. So it always Thanksgiving kind of made a quick drop.
Yeah.
The other one that was big for a time 30 years ago was the 4th of July because that was the year. That was the summer excitement. And that was what we went out and had a good time with. But how many people can say they remember celebrating Labor Day as a holiday? You see the sales today.
Yeah, but in the last 100 years.
Yeah, there was events. When I was a kid in school, we had Labor Day celebrations.
Labor Day parade.
We did the maypole during the school year. We did all of those things because they were traditional holidays. And so they all had an importance. But you ramped up for the 4th of July, and you ramped up for Halloween became something, but Halloween was one day. It wasn't a week. It wasn't a month like it is today.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving was a week because you usually got time off from school and there was events going on and you did things, but that also fed into Christmas. Christmas was the winter holiday, so there was a longer break in the winter for Christmas time, Christmas to New Year's, and all of the events that took place the week before Thanksgiving, up to Thanksgiving and then on, were geared towards, it's a Thanksgiving sale, but we really want you to think about Christmas.
Yeah. There is that.
So now that has changed. Christmas has lost its top spot for Halloween. Christmas was the big fantasy time, but now Halloween has become much more of a fantasy time. And it's not just for haunted houses and scary things and things like that. It's the opportunity for fantasy, and people love that. It's the costuming, it's the parties, it's the opportunity to disassociate from any kind of requirement. I don't have to give anybody a gift for Halloween. If I want to, I put candy out. Otherwise, they do the trunk and treat, and they do all the other things. So,
because
it's
Halloween is weird because it's changed so many times over so many decades, and now it's like it's become safe almost to the point of bland. But old rant engage, we talked about it before too, and other with older podcasts. But most holidays are for adults. They're to get off work, or they're for couples, dating. New Year's Eve. That's a couple holiday. You're searching for a kiss at midnight. New Year's Eve is great when you're dating. After 10 years of marriage, so we had a bunch of friends over for New Year's Eve. Christine, don't you want to kiss Bill? I kiss him all the time. Thanks, honey. That's great. You know who the romantic is in the religion? Midnight. Never mind.
You don't have the same. Again, we don't have the same family orientation.
No. Well, I mean, even you go right into Valentine's Day, so you're still dealing with snow and ice, and snuggling is the first thing that comes to mind. And what Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day, Father's Day, and Mother's Day are three of the biggest restaurant. I mean, people fight over those days. It's the same thing at a gas station for Christmas and New Year's Eve and 4th of July or whatever, where the employees are arguing because you're going to get paid time and a half.
Yep.
Kind of miss not working at the Hilton because I got to work Christmas. I had to work all the holidays, and I got paid time and a half. Holy crap! Really? I feel like a rich man.
Yeah. Well, Valentine's Day, as you said, Valentine's Day is a couple's day, and it is a going out event.
Yeah. Now, not to say that I have. Oh, go ahead, because I was going to jump on St. Patrick's.
It always has that special. There's a meal special somewhere. There's an event special. There's, depending on what day it falls on, there's the hotel specials. There's the travel specials, because there's the opportunity for these facilities to really make bank from the sentiment that is put forward with the modern Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Mother's Day is the next one that really picks up. Father's Day, not quite the same, but Mother's Day. Mother's Day is always the most difficult day to get. You have to book in advance, weeks, sometimes months in advance, to be able to go to this brunch special, this restaurant, this lunch place, this dinner place, this, whatever the case may be. Because
it's just easier to. I'm bringing you. Problem solved.
Yep.
Problem solved. She doesn't have to get.
Father's Day tends to be kind of the opposite. Father's Day is, all right. If you're the father, if you have the family, the nuclear family, it's Father's Day is all right. Well, I'm going to barbecue. I'm going to grill. I'm going to. That way, it makes that day special for the father, because now I'm provider. Boom, boom, smash my club on the ground and grill meat, and we're going to have events. Here we go. So it's not quite the same. You don't necessarily see the hard press for the restaurants and things like that.
No.
More so, you see the Go to the local grocery store. Hamburgers went up in price. Bratwurst went up in price. Steaks went up in price.
Where are all the... Oh, it's Father's Day tomorrow. That's right. There's no burgers.
Yep. And Thanksgiving only really becomes a big money holiday for the grocery stores.
And they need that. Grocery stores don't make a lot of money. You know, they got to compete against other. It's a bunch of stupid.
Right. So you have either you buy. That's why every grocery chain has the package deals, the Thanksgiving dinner deal. You get a turkey, you get a pie, you get the pre-made mashed potatoes, you get all the trimmings for $125. So you can feed, according to them, you can feed 25 people with this. You get it home. And it's a 4-pound turkey, and the family's looking. Is there any more turkey? No, you guys ate it all. You even sucked the bones dry. So
all that's left is a foot. I don't even know why it came with it.
The next big holiday for that same sentiment becomes Christmas.
Well, because you hold on. Let's back up to the corned beef and cabbage holiday, if we can. Because if we're going to go grocery stores, I don't know what they sell for New Year's Eve besides champagne, snacks, the little tiaras, the shot glasses, the glasses with whatever year it is. And that's
limited.
cool. I love that stuff.
My mother-in-law used to like to try and buy crown roasts. So a roast with the ribs in it, so she could make the crown roast. Or she would buy, and that was where Costco became. That was Costco's big ticket item, was for New Year's Eve. Costco always had the New Year's Eve dinner, so you could get a standing rib roast from them. You could get lobster tails. You could get whatever was big money.
Yeah,
was a fancy meal, but you could get all the fixings as a combo from Costco. You don't see that quite as much with most of the local chains because they know that the largest number of their customers, you and I are not going in there looking for standing rib roast. There may be the guys that live in Scottsdale and certain areas of Chandler and Mesa, in higher net worth neighborhoods, may be going in looking for that as a part of what they're going to do. They're also, in many ways, they're going to go to places like AJ's. They're going to go to places that have higher end clientele, and they're going to be looking for those same things. They're going to be looking for the champagne and the nicer wines and things like that because they're going to have a fancier meal.
It's been a while since I had a drink. It's been so long I don't remember the last time. It was like just after. It doesn't matter. Anyway, it's been 3 months, 4 months. What's today? The 18th. Corned beef and cabbage, and then what's that? Oh, well, Valentine's Day, chocolate. And then February 15th is the very first half-price chocolate day of the year. Thank you, all of the food chains. Thank you for adding Walmart and that. Because it's like, yeah, you won it the first time around, but I can't afford that. And, oh, God, there's 3 of them left on half-price day. I'm grabbing them. Because one thing about not having a... When did I go on a date? 4 years ago? Oh my God, I'm becoming that guy. When did you do this? I don't remember. I live in the now.
So it's been so long, I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
And even though you meet somebody, you always ask them, how was it for you? I just can't remember.
Well, I insisted on paying, but she wouldn't let me because, well, she made a lot more money than me. But, I'm a mental case. I'm probably not going to be able to date for a long time. I was called panic attacks when your heart's beating and you feel like you're in terror, but there's absolutely no reason because you're having a wonderful time. Yeah. Never experienced that before, really.
Yep, I just have old married sex anymore. I don't have an old married wife, but I can have the old married couple sex by, I just have to wait for if I run into one of my exes, I can be happy to hear them say "fuck you" as they pass.
Oh, that's what you're. Yeah. Well, I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. I'm only thinking about it now because we started talking, and at work, the one lady, the one Vietnamese guy. Why don't you have girlfriend? Why don't you have whatever? And I looked at him and like 3 ex-wives is enough. Whoa, William has 3 ex-wives. I'm like, yeah, it's a lot, I know, but I'm not the only one.
Yeah, that's why I tell people.
Done, dude. Done.
I have an ex-wife, 8 grandchildren, and a cigar room. It works out pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, so St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day should really just be called Us Day. Because you're Irish, no matter, you're included. It's all about, And Paul used to, I'm not going to a fucking plastic patty pub, and Dude, they're going to give you a little bit of shit because you're English and but this is the same. Why the fuck would I want to go to a 4th of July party? We don't burn effigies of King George III. My dad barbecues. We get drunk and jump off the roof into the pool. That's all right.
See, everybody's Irish. I don't care where you're from. It's the thing to do is to go to a real Irish pub as opposed to going down to, Mickey's Country Bar where they suddenly dye the beer green. That's not the place you want to be. But there are those who enjoy that because that's their comfort zone. Congratulations, enjoy yourself.
Oh no, I haven't been to a pub on Irish Day. I haven't been to a pub on Irish Day on St. Patrick's Day because it's so much fun, but it's super crowded.
Yeah.
Not that I avoid crowds, but
I used to love to go to Seamus's bars early because it was always fun, and you could hang out, and you could talk because everybody wanted to get there for the evening so they could go ape shit. I always wanted to get there early so I could hang out and talk with Seamus. I could talk with
Jimmy, because there was a whole group of them.
Yeah, and you have a good time. And most of them are, by the time the crowd shows up, most of them are probably 2 kegs into to what they were drinking anyways, and they don't give a rat's ass, and you're not talking to them very much at that point. I'm having a good time with the crack, enjoying talking with them and having a good time, listening to music, and you get to sit there and you get to hear the musicians actually play music that they want to play.
Yeah.
And they're playing the old songs and they're having a good time, and you could just, and then you turn them loose and it's like, you heading home? Yeah, it's 7:00 and all the idiots are here. I understand I have to work until 10.
That, or they would splinter. They'd all get into these like individual conversations and splinter off. So it's like they're still there, but they're not there. They're like, dude, stop.
Yeah, they're trying to eat enough so that they can drive home.
Yeah, that too. They're trying to drink enough water so they don't get pulled over. Well, they would just get into. I mean, they know the local is. I'm sure there is an Irish community now. I mean, I remember going to the Dubliner, and Paul's cousin John was there, and I think Bill was there too, because they were brother-in-laws at the time. They're no longer Bill and anyway. But I mean, it's like the place was filled with strangers.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's not the same crew.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
These 2 guys I kind of grew up with. I've known them since the 90s. But everybody, I mean, it was just a normal night. There wasn't a band or a balladeer. There was no music. Well, there was music, but it was the jukebox.
Yeah.
It wasn't live.
It's live. Well, I don't know how many Irish expats there are in the Valley anymore. It used to be that every one of Seamus's bars, any bar that Seamus had a hand in, always had a strong group of expats. There was always that group that existed in that particular bar. And you would talk to them, you'd go to the Dubliner, and they would tell you, I'm not going over to Seamus McCaffrey's. That's a bullshit place. And the guy sitting at Seamus's would go, I'm not going down.
Mo Queen pissed me off. I'm not talking to the McMorrows anymore. Oh, my God, you guys are friends.
Exactly.
I just grabbed those 2 names out of the... They never fought.
We're all... Every one of the Irish bars in town, and it seems like every one of the true Irish bars, Seamus had a hand in. He either had money in it, or he helped whoever owned it.
Yeah, and introduced them to the people that could make it. There's a lot of that I'm sure it's still out there. Oh, you froze. Hello, hello.
Irish Cultural Center downtown, so we can meet all the new expats who have moved into town.
Ah, there you go.
Since Seamus passed away, I haven't spent much time in any of the Irish bars in town. And that's been, what, 10, 12 years?
Yeah.
God.
Jimmy's gone. All of the old regime, they're all gone. Or they're so old they don't go to. I remember running into Mark. I can't remember his father's name, but I worked with him at Walmart. And he was like, "Oh my God, you haven't been with a Dubliner?" I'm like, "Dude, I had kids. I had to, and most of the time when I was having kids, well, even with Christine, when I was going out at night, I was working. I wasn't going to hang out unless it was a special occasion."
No.
Times have changed. Yeah. You grow up. I used to live in the pubs on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because that's when Tony or Brian or Bill Craig or so many others would be there, and I would bring a bunch of people, and I would bring my boron and my bones, and they would drag me up on stage and. Like Brian said, I make you play Wipeout, so then you're tired and you don't play while I'm playing because it keeps throwing me off. That's not going to work. But okay.
I used to go see Pat play. I used to go see Seamus play because these guys, they were great. And in the old days, they had, when we still had AM radio, we had a couple of Irish programs every Saturday, every Sunday. There were a couple of Irish programs on the local AM radio. And that was a hoot. And I used to listen in on Sunday so that I could hear them say, okay, well, we're going to be at the Griffin next Saturday. And then we're going to be back over at Seamus's, go figure.
Then we're going to O'Connor's.
Here's where I need to go.
Yeah. O'Connor's is gone.
Yep, O'Connor's is gone. Seamus McCaffrey's is gone.
No, I think Seamus might still be there. The Dubliners. Go ahead.
Because the Dubliner is there, and then the original downtown.
Bandersnatch is gone.
And then what was fun was when Guinness actually put money into Rulabula and opened it up, and they brought in a team from Ireland, and they taught everybody how to run like an Irish pub, and that was a lot of fun. The Irish Wolfhound out in Surprise was nice, was like that early on, and then it kind of fell off, and that was unfortunate because that was another place I used to love to go to, because all of the Irish musicians and the first generation Irish Americans would play at these places. So you could go in there on a Friday night or a Saturday night or a Sunday afternoon, and you could hear really good music. And it wasn't all Irish music. I mean, these guys would come in there and they go, okay, now we're going to play a really nice Irish band, Pink Floyd. Now we're going to play a really great Irish band, Los Lobos.
The
now
Beatles.
We're going to play.
Yeah. What? Wait. What? No, bad.
No.
Don't do that.
I mean, the St. Patrick's Festival was always fun because it was always at least 2 days down at the Irish Cultural Center. So you could go down there Saturday and Sunday. And if you didn't want the modern Irish, you could go down there in the mornings and the early afternoons, and you could hear the traditional Irish, and you could see the dancing, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, times have changed. Oh, we should have had this much discussion about Ireland on St. Patrick's Day.
See,
now
now
we're going to run out of that.
I have to watch the Tri Channel on YouTube so I can get my Irish fix every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
So what's after that? April Fools, but there's no real. Well, Fat Tuesday and Lent, and so
we don't do it. Fat Tuesday here as we used to either.
One more time?
I mean, you don't really hear about Fat Tuesday parties like you used to.
No.
Or at least I have.
No.
And that was always a...
The king cake, find the baby. I mean, that used to be a thing.
Well, we used to have the bar and restaurant Fat Tuesdays in town. There used to be a couple of them.
Yeah, I remember those.
And I don't even know if they're around here anymore. I mean, if you think about it, what was the only time you could get a decent beignet in Arizona was Fat Tuesday. Or that week.
Fat Tuesday, sure.
There was always some place that you could get that, you could come up with that and have a good time with it.
Yeah.
But you don't hear about it as much.
No. No, you don't.
I mean, Pappadeaux's out, and that's a chain. But I don't even know if there's that many Pappadeaux's left in the valley.
I can't remember seeing one.
2 or 3. They had one over by Metro. I thought they had one out in Chandler by the mall. And I thought there was another one somewhere in the East Valley years ago, but no.
Go to the malls. Save them. Never thought that malls would be going extinct. I thought they would evolve into arcologies. Like the peach trees from Dread. Like in Shadowrun and Cyberpunk. You live in there and you'd never... I mean, you can leave anytime you want, but you don't really need to. Everything you'll ever need is there.
It's funny how Arizona was one of the first places to have an indoor mall because of our weather. Summertime, you had to have an indoor space.
Yeah.
But it was a mimic of the outdoor malls for a long time. So it was one story. You had all the stores and you had walkways, and that was the purpose of it. You could walk through this mall, this outdoor shopping experience, but you could do it in the middle of July in the afternoon and not die. And now you're seeing outdoor malls. In the last 10 years, we've seen outdoor malls become a thing again in Arizona.
It's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, we put misters up. Well, yeah, those of us who live here, the ones that you see going to the malls are the ones who are transplants and have only been here for a little while. They're like, we're going to go to the mall up in Anthem. We're going to go to the mall up in
Desert
North
Ridge.
Yeah, and you look at it and you go, have fun.
Yeah. Don't you want to go? Only if I have to, or if it's December and at night.
That's right. Well,
what do you mean? You'll find out. Yeah, I live here.
Come back. Well, it was really cool, except it was awful hot. Yeah, well, wait until August when the monsoon comes and you want to go to the mall. That'll be fun to watch.
I've been watching the videos where Brits experience American weather because it's like, I've heard. You froze again. Hello. Do you hear me? Bum bum. Hello.
From Scotland.
Oh,
Ruth.
Okay, now you froze for a while.
Ruth is a hoot because she came here with her brother for the World Cup, and they started in Boston and they went down to Florida for the Scotland games, and they were saying, "Oh my God, it's 35 Celsius out today. It's so hot." And I'm thinking, you know what, my dear, you should have come to Phoenix. You want to see hot?
Well, I mean, Florida is our sister of suffering state, besides New Mexico and most of California. It's humid, a lot more humid in Florida, so they win. You win. The problem is, with right now in Phoenix, you're in mid-August. So you've had 2.5 months of severe heat, and you have 2.5 months to go. So now you're at that point where you have very little patience and you do a lot of apologizing. Because I need this. Well, you can't have this. What? I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's the heat. And everyone goes, it's the heat. Okay, the reason you can't have that, because you just want to, because it's so hot.
20% to 70% before the temperature drops down below 100 degrees for the 20-minute rainstorm. And then the humidity stays as the temperature skyrockets again. Well, we all go, oh, Christ. This is why I never leave the house in August.
Yeah. What do? We hide in the pool. We hide at home. We go to the movie theater. We go to what few malls are left.
That's why Arizona is the home of the blackout curtain.
Yeah. What we need is like they did in Phantom Menace for the fans of the pod racers, where we just get a big tarp and have some drones fly it up to cover Phoenix. I mean, not all day, obviously. Excuse me. Excuse me.
The problem is that the drones would burn up.
I haven't completely solved the plan. We make them smaller and we use hundreds. We make them out of chrome.
All of the little ones pop off as they catch fire.
Watch them fall to the ground, burning, screaming in agony. The robots, they don't have agony. They don't even know what that is.
So we are the dystopian future.
Kinda, we are. Well, what was it, 115 today? I thought I was going to check.
Yeah, it's been cooler this week. We're down below the 118.
It's only 110 right now.
So, yeah. So, and so now it's time to break out my long sleeves.
Yeah. 110? Where's my sweater?
Yeah.
Yeah, and at work it just sucks because you have your normal clothes and then you've got this half polyester smock that just lets you baste in your own bacteria. It's great.
So unless you're in a very...
You froze again.
When I worked for the company that made probers for making integrated circuit chips.
Oh, okay.
We had to keep the production floor at like 72 degrees for all the electronics. And we had testing systems that in the testing lab where we would have to do the quality control on these probing systems, they kept that room at 68 degrees so that the temperature, so you wouldn't get heat soak on the electronics and everything. And you kind of fought over who got to go in there in the summertime. Room. The fuck you are, it's my turn.
I'm going to go write everything down so hard. The high was 112 today. It cooled down.
Yep.
We're almost done. Only 9 more months.
That's right. 9 more, only 12 more months before it comes back.
It'll be back.
So when is winter? November 23rd. And then it goes back to spring and summer again.
Yeah. Is it going to get any colder? I remember people that visit, well, a little bit, but not like what you're used to back east. No.
Yeah.
You have to go 2 hours to get that.
Every 7 to 10 years, we can send them out to Scottsdale for the annual whiteout for the Phoenix Open. So that's always where it's the only time we ever have a golf course you can't golf on in the valley is every 10 years or so when the snow cycle comes through and they actually get snow on the ground.
Snow on the superstitions, snow on... Yeah, it does happen.
Yep. You have to remind people, in Arizona, it used to be, before all the concrete and asphalt, it used to be that it could be 110 degrees in the afternoon, and it could get down as low as 48 degrees at night in the summertime.
Yeah, that time's long gone.
Yeah, have to go way north before you see that happen.
Go to Tombstone to experience that, or outlining Tucson, all of Sedona.
Yep.
I love Sedona.
Monticello. Go up to
Definitely
Winter Haven.
Sholo, Starlight, Payson, the whole Mugion Rim, and the Mugion Rim, what, east, north, northeast, more east
Yep.
of
Moving on.
Phoenix, and way
White
up in elevation. It's behind Four Peaks, isn't it?
I believe so.
I haven't been to Four Peaks in forever. I want to go, well, I don't want to go now to Four Peaks because the black bears are hungry and they're storing up food for hibernation. But during their hibernation cycle, it would be cool to go to Four Peaks because it's a rich amethyst deposit. There's stories of it just lying around on the ground, and people are like, whoa, check it out. That'd be neat.
It's like a great time can be had going up to Crown King or Mount Humphreys. But I wouldn't go up to Crown King right now because if you're going to go up the old highway, the old back road, you need to have a really good four-wheel drive, and you need to have a bunch of good friends and carry an awful lot of extra water for your vehicle, not for yourself. So, and then when the winter comes, you have a short stroke of time before they tend to get some kind of.
Uh-oh. We're having connection issues. There's a lot of humidity. I don't know if that has anything to do with it today. Who knows? Episode 82. Are you back? I heard a beep. And I see you lighting up like there's noise, but you're still frozen in time.
Look.
Oh, getting closer.
I will be right back.
Oh, okay. It's probably is everybody trying to use your internet at the same time? That's probably what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of leaning towards Snoopy. That may be my final answer. But Gromit would be incredibly handy in a post-apocalyptic scenario. Because he's invented so many things with Wallace. And he has that heightened awareness like courage and brain. And because Snoopy does and he doesn't. He gets surprised a lot. And most of the time he's kind of lazy. Sleeps on his doghouse. That was a weird sound. I'm glad we got it recorded. It was cool, actually. Whereas Gromit kind of runs the household. Yeah. I don't know. I may switch to Gromit. It's not an easy choice. I've been back and forth and back. Okay, yeah, Gromit. Final answer, Gromit. Or as Jingo said, ride or die. Only he said Snoopy. I'm going to say Gromit. Yeah. You heard it here first, folks. Like and subscribe for more shenanigans and state of the art. Hey, my computer froze this morning and it was only on for like 3 hours and it froze twice. Had to restart the whole thing. Hard restart. Control, the 3-finger salute, Control Alt Delete did not work. Because Scooby-Doo would be kind of useless. He's too big. He would require too much food. He's high all the time. Okay, that's not a... So am I. So that's not... Oh, yeah. Okay, strike that last one. Anyway. Yeah, he's a Dane. You always forget he's a Great Dane. These are big dogs. And they eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. I love Danes. Ron had a Dane named Hank. Hank Hill. Still funny. Oh, Saffy. Behold. Oh, man, let me move all this stuff. Jeez. So you can sit there. Cat. Go ahead.
Happy kitty.
Oh, yeah. You had. Whoa.
You're not able to hear me?
No, pull the string tighter. Can't hear you in this can.
Let me see what I can do here.
What?
What? Is that any better?
A little bit.
I'm upping the mic volume. We'll see if that helps.
Actually, yeah.
Except,
It makes it more spotty, though. Cutting in and out.
Is it fun now?
Same.
Same?
What you just said was, is it fun? That's what that sounded like.
Well,
Yeah,
we
you may
will
have,
do that.
you may have to do the trick with your phone. That seems to be a pattern where you start out good and then halfway through the show, because we're past an hour, it gets a little dodgy, spotty. And other. Oh.
All righty.
We
Let's
lost.
try that instead.
All right. Oh, you switched completely to phone. Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
So this, we are actually on the phone.
Zappy.
See if that doesn't work. Any better?
No, it's much better. You're not cutting in and out anymore.
That'll work. They're doing, I have another internet company who is messing up our network availability in the neighborhood. So I have a feeling that they keep impacting the Cox lines as they're going through.
Gotcha. Yeah, hey, it's easier to just use the holes that are already there than make new ones. Oh.
Yep.
I have terrible...
These guys are...
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
No,
I was going to
please.
say, these guys are supposed to be doing fiber optic in the neighborhood, which will be interesting to see. It's an outfit I've never heard of. They have operations in the Midwest and the East Coast, apparently. So we shall see. You know, who do we go with? The demon that we know or the demon that we don't know?
I already have cock in my house.
That's right.
Cox, I guess, lowered my bill. Well, is it that I yelled about it on multiple podcasts? Oh, we could set up a package and that you're a utility company. You're not a ski lodge. You're not a beachfront resort. There's no packages. You're not fucking American Airlines. I'm not going to the Bahamas. you supply me with high-speed internet.
But we'd love to supply you with so much more. Well, I'm sure you would.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even I'm streaming, but before it was about work.
Yep.
You know, I need to have high-speed internet because I was working from home. So, you don't have to pitch me the deal. Just make my payment a little lower because I've been It's the same thing with having trouble the past couple years. I've lived at the same place for 30 years. I pay extra on all the utilities that I can when I have the money because it's Phoenix and you don't know when you're going to be out of work. I've been fired for no reason at all. Oh, and I've been fired for doing a very bad job and breaking all the rules. That being said, on both of the spectrums, I've been fired more when I was doing a good job than... And it had nothing to do with me. The company closed. Toys R Us is no longer in business.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. Just before I left, they were giving me groups of people to train. Obviously, I was doing something right. I didn't have any kind of title. I mean, obviously, Sam and... well, anyway. Jay and Tina and... I loved working there. It was a great crew, great staff. I still talk to Daniel Rue all the time and would love to have him on the show because, I mean, he's a long time geek. He worked at a toy store forever. But, you know, when you're late on your utilities, oh my.
Yep. They get all kinds of excited about that.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
When they owe you money, well, that's going to take a little bit of time. Of course it is.
Well, I got into an argument with a woman that's probably long dead by the sound of talking to her long ago that worked for the city of Phoenix for the water. I had never had a bad experience with a utility company before that horrible bitch answered the phone. And I'm me. I'm very nice. I've been in customer service for 30 years. I only yell and scream when I say, I know it's not you, but I'm going through this, so if I start yelling and 90% of them go, dude, vent. So at every job I've had, if somebody calls and says that, yell. I'm the guy. Yell to me. I mean, I know you're not mad at me. I just got here. I just answered the phone.
Yep. I may not be able to fix it, but I'm willing to listen.
I'm willing to listen, comment, and tell you how fucked up it is. What can you do? Probably not a lot. I'm only level 1. But I'm your cheerleader for this 15 minutes.
That's right. For the next 15 minutes, I'm on your side.
Yeah. Because I have this horrible curse of generally caring about other human beings. It's... yeah. Anyway. But... oh! And she yelled at me for overpaying on a bill. Well, now you've drawn a line in the sand, and I got to walk in front of you, and I'm not touching you. So I was paying way over the bill for the... I had like positive $600 at one point. Oh, over the last couple of years, that's all gone, thanks to all the shit with COVID and everything else. And oh yeah, we don't need to talk anyway. But I never had a bad utility company experience. I mean, obviously things have happened. I'm furious about the situation that happened with APS, but that was almost 10 years ago. There comes a point where you just get over it. They're not... they'll reimburse me, but I have to buy all the stuff and send that. I didn't have money for that stuff in the first place. Half of those things were gifts. The refrigerator came with the house. God damn it! I didn't buy that. It was listed in the price. So there comes a time where you just, I don't want to be that person that's in my family that 40 years later you're still holding a grudge against a company. None of those people work there anymore. They're all dead. You're yelling about ghosts at this point. Just go scream into a vacant house. You're going to get the same result. So you got to let it go. Especially with companies. They don't fucking care. Oh, no, we did you wrong. Anyway, we're selling this now. That's literally how that goes.
Yeah.
It's never packaged like that, but that's the end result. I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I know it's no consolation, but we have this. Sorry. That's literally how it goes.
Well, that's why there are companies I don't do business with, but I don't talk to them anymore either. I have no point. There's no need. I don't have to spend my money there. They're an alternative, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go other places.
Sometimes.
Go ahead.
Sometimes I have fun when they reach out and they say, "We'd love to have you back." I'm sure you would. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
I love money too. This is why I'm not giving you mine. You
That's
also,
right.
The last job, the last stay-at-home job, I would have put up with the lower pay and just gotten a second job, but the fact that you're managing employees with AI, I'm not going to make it.
Yep.
You didn't say this. Well, I said that. Yeah, but you got to say this. Well, I'm not going to say that because that doesn't work, but I said this. We got to say this. Well, see, now you're writing me up for semantics. I literally said the same thing, but the computer only sees that I did not say this line.
Yep.
I better go. Because this is... I know how this movie ends. Oh, I got to flip the breaker. I will... Go, Shadowfax. Show us the meaning of haste. Hold on 1 minute. Here we go. Fill in for me.
Oh, sure. I'm not the one that has the capacity to tell tales for nigh on an hour and never repeat the same statement. So to all of you out there in the world of the Weird Wide Web, we started out talking about which cartoon, movie, television, fantasy dog would you have with you in the dystopian future. And we moved our way through holidays and the changes in importance in holidays as we went along. And then we kind of got into the wonderful world of the Irish community in the Valley of the Sun. So as you can see, this little group of ours, tonight just the two of us, right now just myself, we have the tendency to show you how a thought can migrate and travel into very interesting and far-flung regions. And then at some point in time, we will work our way back to the original idea.
I don't know how cool
I did a brief recap of what we started with and where we ended up.
Oh, well, that's good. Don't worry, I'll watch it. Thank you, dear viewers, dear listeners, for subscribing and liking and being a part of it all. Thanks for checking out our sponsors, Body and Soul Candles, and the Eric Marsh. Went
And
to
the
bed.
Eric Marsh Foundation.
Thank you. Went to bed at 7. Cats woke me up at 11:30 and really wanted to go outside. Okay. Steel came back a little scabby, but I don't know if they did that to him or something out there in the wild did that to him. And then he slept for a while and he wanted to go, but that kind of worked. The problem is that I've been up since.
Yep.
So even at work, I'm just like, well, I mean, luckily driving home, I'm like any other man. I don't live next door to my work, nor do I live above it or beneath it, but I do live a short distance from my house. Short enough that what George Carlin, may he rest in peace, described as the automotive harassment squad, or your daily dose of automotive fuckery, is out there trying to impede you, crash into you, and they just don't have enough bumper stickers to make it worth your while anymore. So, that being said, oh, I have terrible news. I just read this on Facebook. So, since it's on Facebook, it must be true. At 77 years of age, Frank Beard died. The drummer of ZZ Top. So
The only member of ZZ Top to not have a beard,
but his name,
and that was his last name.
His beard.
Yep. So the Reverend Billy Gibbons is the only one left.
The only top. Yeah.
Yep.
And then Hayden Panettiere. How do you say her last name?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm not as familiar with her work, but that was a tragedy that at that age.
Well, Heroes, and she was Dot in Bug's Life, which I've seen a million times with my kids. Yeah, Frank Beard died. That means there's going to be one more. Because it always happens in threes. Sorry, didn't mean to bring down the... Anyway, where were we? Oh yes, Fat Tuesday. Well, my dad described Lent. He's like, the reason Lent exists is because the fishermen were complaining to the papacy way back in the day to Rome. So they basically kind of forced the populace and all of the parishes to push fish. It's rotting on the docks. And people only want lamb, beef, chicken. They want everything that grows on land. Italy's a peninsula. Italy is the first, Florida. Only it's shaped like a boot and not like a phallus. Like we had anything to do with that. Some guy somewhere is probably responsible for Florida's shape. Hey, you know, watch this. This is going to be funny. Everyone's going to laugh. Let's go to Dick Island. Juan, stop saying that. What's the matter? You don't want to choke on Dick? No.
And they had to go to the opposite ocean to find another one that was long and spindly.
Good point. Right on these here parts. I'll get to Florida one day. I know. Most people
I'm waiting for it to swim beneath the waves.
Oh, that's your prediction?
Yeah, well, it's so interesting that of late there has been so many problems with the beachfront properties that were built on basically on sand and shale in the area, and you can only go so high with a loose base.
Yeah.
And they said, no, we can go 20 stories. That's always good. Okay, I'll be over here. I'll watch as it, 20 stories. Next year it's 19, 18, 17, 16. Now you live in a basement.
I mean, the beach is cool, but it's never like, I can't wait to go to the beach. I don't have that, I'm going to win $1 million and retire and live on a beach and just drink booze all day and watch the sun. And no, I'd be doing what we're doing now. We'd be doing podcasts.
Yeah.
We just have a lot more time to restore vehicles. the conversations would be a lot different. No, we can't do. We need this. But we'll get there. It'll happen.
Yep. For me, the beach was always fun. I used to go to California all the time. I had family in California. I had family up in the Bay Area, family in Los Angeles, family in San Diego. So it was always fun to go, but it was a destination. It wasn't something that you had all the time. So for us, it was going to the lake. The lake was easy. That was as close as we got to the beach without the pounding waves. So that worked out.
Yeah. And sometimes the lake is crowded, but most of the time it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So
or the river. You went to the river.
Yeah.
Because you could go hang out at the river.
We used, long ago. Long ago when tigers used to smoke.
Yep. Well, it used to be a lot of fun for us here.
Oh, yeah.
Because within 45 minutes of anywhere you lived within the valley, any of the municipalities within the valley, you were never more than 45 minutes away from the river or one of the lakes where you could go. You didn't have to have a boat. There was a beach, and you had picnic tables, and you had ramadas, and you could go there. And in those days, it was, hey, everybody pony up $5, and we're going to go to the grocery store. We can buy hot dogs, and we can buy all the stuff we need, and we can go out to the lake, and we can have a good time. And you and 20 of your closest friends who can pile into the back of your Vista Country Cruiser station wagon can get out there, have a good time, and come back home again.
Yeah.
And everybody had a good time. Everybody sunburned, and then you had Sunday to recover before you had to go back to doing whatever you did.
Mm.
It's not quite the same anymore. When it was $2 and then $5 a carload to get into this lake or that area, that was cool.
Yeah, like Pleasant or
now it's more expensive.
A little bit. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's inflation sucks. The zoo used to be a lot cheaper. We could make the exact same argument.
Yeah.
But I think there's those people who live for the lake, and then there's the people that, hey, what's this all about?
Yep. My father grew up in San Francisco, so he always had the coast. He grew up in the Italian neighborhood, so he knew kids. He grew up with guys whose fathers and grandfathers had fishing boats. And so he used to go out on the boats all the time. In the summertime, he worked the boats with his buddies. He made money, put in his pocket, and they hang out, and they go out to the beach and do all that stuff.
Oh, God.
So,
could you imagine back then untangling line all day and reeling? Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah. Well, he'd come home with fresh whatever it was they were catching that day.
Also,
because you got paid some money and you got to bring home something to catch for your family, and so that was always a good time.
Or even better,
so
I bet he had to. I gotta go on an airplane. Here, take this. You keep this.
Yeah.
Whatever, halibut, tuna, mackerel. I don't know what's up. Great white.
Oh, they'd come back. They'd come back to Fisherman's Wharf, and there'd be all the boats, and everybody was selling their fresh catch right there. They either sold it to the restaurants, or they sold it to the community, or they sold it to the stores right there off of Fisherman's Wharf. So I can remember going there as a kid and walking the wharf with my dad, and we'd be talking to the guys, to the families that he grew up with, who still had boats, who were still doing things. So when he moved out here, he always had a boat. We always had a boat of some kind, so we could go to the lakes, and then he could take it to California with him, so we could go out in the ocean. We'd take it to Mexico, so we could go out in the ocean. That was his thing. So, okay, great.
We're going to Baja. After that, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. We'd go down a Rocky Point, and he would take that damn boat out as far as he could go and go fishing, and I would throw up like nobody's business.
Yeah. Oh, in her ear. It's not your fault.
I'm a landlubber.
You're the chum
Yep.
master.
I could fish off of the beach all day long. Get out in the little boats. I had a hard time on, Dad have a 19-foot boat. We go out, and he's out there in 6-foot swells. Yeah, this is not bad. I'm going to lose it.
Meanwhile, you're green.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Exactly.
And toes.
He'd go to L.A., and we'd go out past the breakwater, and he'd be out there fishing. He would stay out fishing for 8 hours. I'd stay out sick for 8 hours. Do the same thing in San Diego.
Yeah,
do the same thing in San Francisco. Yeah. That's a good
fishing?
time. You like fishing.
Yeah, I do, but my inner ear does not.
That's right. I love fishing on the lake.
Jesus, I gotta have one weakness. What do you want?
I always had a hard time when the boat got down into the bottom of the trough and the wave top, the top of the wave is above the boat. And then you go up the other side and back down again. It's like, and he's just out there, yeah, this is great. Look at this. I caught another one. It's like, yeah, I'm over here. Yeah, okay.
Meanwhile, the Technicolor yawned.
Exactly.
That's nature. You're part of that, what is it? Isn't it 1 in 5 people have motion sickness? I can't remember.
Yeah, and it was, if you only spend, at most, we would spend a week at the ocean. And out of that time, there'd be 2 or 3 days that we'd go out on the boat. And that's every year.
Yeah.
I don't get a chance to develop my sea legs. So you don't have a chance to get used to it. He grew up doing that. So it was a matter of, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
And then he became a pilot in the Air Force. And of course, he flew bombers and fighters and, flew for Tactical Air Command and Strategic Air Command. And it was like, well, shit. So you went from the gentle swells on the ocean to the gentle swells in the air. Okay, good for you.
He has no inner ear. It's
Yeah.
He's Spider-Man.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, we're gonna turn this B-52 upside down. Okay, I'm out.
Quick, use the bathroom. I want to try something. What?
Hold on tight, guys.
Hold on to something. It's going to get a little hairy. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
My father told me the story when he was during pilot training. It was the second series of pilot training. So they had just gotten out of the basic trainers and they were in their first fighter jets. And where they were training, there was this river gorge and there was a very tall bridge that went across the top of the gorge. So there's a big area underneath it that you could fly your airplane under. Oh, wow. And he said that was the big thing, was you'd always hear the stories about the guys who flew their fighter jet underneath that underneath the bridge. And so he said one time he was out there, they were on a training mission, and he said, fuck, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And he flew underneath this bridge. And he gets back to base, and everybody, his wingman's telling everybody, yeah, son of a bitch, he flew under that fucking bridge. And everybody's like, you flew under the bridge? Yeah, you flew under it too, didn't you? You said you did. Fuck, no, I never flew under that bridge. God damn.
Whoa.
So he's like, oh, well, there it is.
There's his immortality. There you go.
Yep.
Never do this again. The mayor's still yelling.
Well, he did that, and then, of course, he ended up in the Cuban Missile Crisis and the Belgian Congo and Vietnam and all that shit. So it was like, okay, well, this just set him up for that. Here you go. Now you can go out here and be crazy every fucking place else.
Go have this fun.
We're going to add a level of difficulty.
That's too funny.
I need you to fly this C-130 in the middle of this monsoon storm into this place that's technically over this imaginary line, filled with a bunch of guys in the back of your aircraft, who don't exist and were never here, and you guys never went where you went. Okay, thanks. Okay, here we go.
Remember, we never talked about this. Okay.
That's right. We were never here.
Happy
Gotcha.
birthday, Frankenstein. Yeah.
That's right. Who are you? I don't know.
I'm a guy who flies.
That was one of the.
I'm gonna go fly one of those things. You know, it's a glass and the big wing. You mean an airplane? Oh, you a pilot too? Oh,
That was one of the big things when years and years later, talking with Little John, who taught me blacksmithing, and he was in special operations for almost his entire career in the Marine Corps. And we're talking about an event that my father was talking about where he flew into a place that didn't exist and touched down and was waiting at the end of a runway that, you know,
was
an
never
hour
there.
before it didn't exist. And the loadmaster comes up to the cockpit and he pounds on the cockpit door frame and he says, "Last guy on says anybody behind him ain't friendly, push it to the stops." And so Little John says, "Oh, that was here? And that was this time? That was me. I was the last guy on the plane." It's like, "Oh, nice to see you again." It's like, Jesus Christ.
Whoops.
Small world.
You take me around again?
Yeah.
Let me know this time, because we're up high and I wasn't paying attention. I don't have the little map that you have.
Yes.
What? Wiggles. That's too funny. I think, again, you got parks now that are empty most of the time. So in Arizona, that's normal for certain times of the day and certain times of the year and certain days and months. But this is all the time now. This goes back to the kids are online. Remember,
Yep.
70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. If you wanted to find the kids, you just looked for the pile of bicycles in the yard. That's
Yeah,
where
or
my
the-
teenager is.
That's right. You had the park. Everybody was down at the park, or everybody was down at the vacant lot where
Vacant
there
lot.
was wherever there was, you had the non-existent ramps and jumps and all the rest of that stuff. Or in the middle of summer, when the canals weren't running too bad, you saw the pile of bikes down by the canal because everybody was swimming in the canal because nobody's got a pool. We can't go over to Johnny's house. We can't go over here. We don't have the $1 a piece to get into the public pool. So we'll go because we can't swim in the lake at the park, but we can swim in the canal as long as they don't see us.
True. You can't swim in the canal. Please don't. Public service announcement. You'll die. There's an undercurrent. What is it? Undertow with the ocean?
Yeah.
Same thing with the canal. Only this one's man-made and way more suction.
Yeah, because most of the canals get very narrow, but they get very deep. And so they build up a high-speed undercurrent, and the top looks very calm. So
Yeah. There's fish in
You had to
there.
look
Fish
to the-
breathe underwater. They're not in danger in there.
Well, that was the other thing. You could go fishing in the canals. I think you still can. I see guys doing it every so often.
I think if someone complains, they might mess with you. But other than that, there's already a fish pooping and peeing in it. Having a worm or bait is really not going to make any difference at all. Now,
And they used to put the carp in the canals because they were bottom feeders. They were cleaners. They would clean up the canal, and they would reduce some of the garbage that would get caught in the spillways. So it was an ideal thing. You could put the carp in at one end. They would live in there and clean up everything. Yep. And then move their way down as they got to the larger and larger canal sections, or they would get to the sections where, in those days we still had all of the irrigated fields. So that was where you went fishing. You found the spillways, or you found the sluice boxes where you could go in there and, yep, I can find them all here.
There's fish evidence of that. But yeah, you can't be throwing dynamite and stuff in there. You're gonna just destroy things. But you do not swim in canals.
No.
You learn that like day one living in Arizona. You ever been here before? No. Stay out of the canal. What? Seriously, stay out of the canal. Ooh, no. Nothing like that. You'll die. If I went in there, I would die. We'll all die. Don't go in there.
So you're going to die, I'm going to die, we're all going to die. Stay out of the canal.
Stay out of the canal. No one wants to rescue you. It's bad enough when we have to rescue a dog and fucking everything stops, because that's just terrible because the dog doesn't know. Ooh,
and we used to have we used to get a lot of I'm sure they still do at times, but we used to get a lot of rescue calls for car into the canal or motorcycle into the canal.
Yeah.
Because somebody's drinking, or there's an accident, or somebody's not paying attention, or it's 3:00 at night, and it's like, off they go. Great, here we go.
Yeah, that we should probably explain. Arizona has an entire system of canals. Some of them are moderate size, 8 feet across, but probably a good 12 feet deep, and it's Some of them are large as a 2-lane or 3-lane road, and they're just huge. Yeah. And they're most of the time full with water, but people usually take walks by them, or they jog,
run, ride their bikes.
Yeah. The bikes, yes. There's even crosswalks that are designated, and you look out for them because, just like every other city across the country, they're big walking, hiking, jogging enthusiasts in Arizona. And now it's stay out of the heat. Don't hike. Don't hike to survive.
Hike between 8 and 8 and stay out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of that during the summertime.
During the summertime.
Do not hike 8 to 8.
Well,
that's it.
The problem is that some of these idiots will go up Camelback Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
or Mummy Mountain. Any of them. Yeah.
Some of these are 11 miles. It's 11 miles there and back. And they don't bring enough water. They don't realize how thirsty they are. They don't listen to anybody. They wear dark clothing. Next thing you know,
you can ride or run the canal from Metro Center. Actually, you can go from either further north than that, but from Metro Center all the way down to Tempe Town Lake and never have to cross a busy thoroughfare because they have underpasses now.
Yeah.
And all of the rest of that. So you can literally run that. I used to do it when I was mountain biking. We used to start at Metro Center, or we'd start up around Thunderbird and the Army Corps of Engineers Canal up in that area, which would meet up to the Arizona Canal, which ran all the way down to Tempe Town Lake. And you could go that full distance and back, never have to cross a busy street.
There's a massive canal in Sunny Slope right off of Dunlap by the high school. Yeah. That thing is huge.
There's that one, and that's part of the big canal system, as well as the one at...
it cuts through the city. They all cut through the canals. They all cut through the city.
Camelback and 75th, or Camelback and 69th is one of the big canals. And those canals, they're big enough. I had run calls on that where, car into the canal and the car was not visible. The canal was big enough and deep enough, pickup truck in the bottom. And we're out there with the heavy rescue equipment, and we're out there with the big
divers.
big tractor trailer tow trucks with the rotator and everything, so you can try and haul this piece of equipment out of the canal, and hopefully we got the person out. But I've been on standbys there for an hour while we're waiting. Are we going to get the truck out? Did the guy get out? I don't know. We're waiting for the truck to come out. Then we'll know. Yeah, swiftwater rescue for the city of Phoenix was a lot different than swiftwater rescue in most places.
Well, we had one hell of a storm the other night, so I'm surprised there aren't more flash floods. Hopefully there were none. We don't want there to be any, but there's unfortunately usually a fatality because it happens so fast.
Yep.
It's called flash flood for a reason.
And it's usually people who have not been in the valley for very long. Either they're visitors or they haven't lived in the area for a long time and don't understand that circumstance. And so you find out, well, this particular person, the wash was only running at about 6 inches of waters. Yeah, but the storm was dropping 6 inches an hour.
Yeah, it's
up
that,
the way from you. It's all coming to you.
It becomes that scene out of Fellowship of the Ring with Arwen and the river and the ring race real quick before you even have time to react. Oh, it's trickling and we need to leave. Why? Don't you hear that? Let's go. Get up here. Yeah. The next thing
That's
you know,
not fun.
It's not going to last long, but we need to get out of the way. Mother Nature is coming, and she's very angry.
That's right. We need to be out of here. She wants to clean the bottom of this wash.
What are you talking about? Don't listen, just walk. Run.
That's right. Keep moving. Run. We'll talk when we get to high ground. Yep, I learned that as a very young boy. Be up at the ranch with Grandpa and be working on something. And nice sunny above you. You could see the storms off in the Prescott area or off to the far east. And Grandpa would say, pick up the tools, get them in the truck, let's go. And you didn't ask. You just, yes, sir.
Okay.
Picked everything up because you knew it was coming.
Monsoons.
I have stood where the ranch house was. It was this nice flat area. We had a large mountain to the north of where the house was at. And then the creek was just to the south of the house. And the side of the creek would drop down about 20 feet into the bed. And the creek ran all the time. The Sycamore Creek ran year round. And then there was another mountain up on the other side of it. And I have stood in that front area and looked at the creek, and it was running maybe 3-4 feet deep. And you could hear what you thought was a major thunderstorm coming. And then within minutes, it seemed, the creek would be running bank to bank and almost up to the level where the house was at. And you're like, ooh, that's a little bit of water.
Yeah, it's more than I want to.
And Grandpa would pull it back. Well, we'll stay back 10 feet from the creek. We'll let that keep going. And then as fast as it had gone up, it would then start going back down again and be back down to a nice little, well, comparatively a nice little trickle, maybe 5 feet deep in some areas with little pools and whatnot. And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. So you learn quickly. It's like, yep, that's the difference.
Yeah. It's all relative, really. No, we've had some, we've got the wet year we've been asking for this year. We've had like 3 monsoons in a row. That's not normal. Yeah, it happens. It does happen.
They haven't been as big as we've had in the past, as far as 3, 4, 5 days of just little breaks between the rain and nice big heavy storms and things like that. the storms that have made it to the valley have tended to be pretty powerful this year. So I think we still have a few headed our way, but this week is anticipated to be kind of calm. But I'm looking to the north here, and you can see the flat top clouds. They're just breaking up before they get into the valley. So I have reason to believe that Prescott and all points north are probably getting wet this evening, and we'll get to see a nice little light show as the sun goes down.
According to that their weather channel on the interwebs, we're not due for lightning and rain and thunder until Thursday. It's only going to be 108.
108 and 90% humidity. As it's raining.
5 a.m. It's going to cool down to 91 degrees and cool down.
Yeah.
We're extremists here.
That's why I'm pulling out the bed. Everybody asks, how come you have heavy blankets on the bed? Well, it's going to get cold tonight. What do you mean it's going to get cold tonight? Oh, yeah, it's going to get below 90.
I may need extra blankets. It's freezing out there. I can't see the sun. It must be freezing. It's 30 days a night out there. Great movie. Haven't read the comic. I have to say that the protein bars at work are working. I spent all Sunday carrying angle iron because Hector was up in the basket in the forklift and Pete can't carry. Bill, go get me there. Okay. I really did not bring the gloves to be out here. Okay.
Better.
So, all of that. And, yeah, I got a little bit of, I'm a 54-year-old male, pain in the shoulder. And I was thinking, oh, man. So I was rubbing that out, feeling better. And then, this is age now. I moved heavy shit in the sun. I'm not even done unloading the truck because I'm tired. There's a bunch of stuff I have to do, but I'm tired. I get in the truck this morning to go to work. Turn my leg weird and accidentally knee the steering wheel. Something that would normally never ever hurt, but no, you're 54 and you did a whole bunch of stuff on 2 days ago, so the combined pain of all of Sunday. Oh my God. I just had to sit there for a half a second. Just freed one of them. There are edemas in your legs, goes right to your heart and your brain and kills you.
Yeah.
Followed by pulmonary artery. Well, anyway. So, yeah. What the fuck, buddy? I'm at that age now.
Where did I get that bruise from? Why does that hurt?
Where did this come from? Or I have the mystery bleeding.
Yeah.
I now understand my father's reality. Oh, yeah, look at that. I am gushing blood. Oh, yeah, where did that come from? Oh, yeah, what did I bump into?
Yeah, that's the workshop. That's when I'm out at the forge and the grandkids come over. Papa, you're bleeding. Oh, yeah. Go get me the glue.
Go give me the iodine.
What are you going to do? I'm going to glue that together. There we go. Now I can get back to work.
Hey, super glue. It's super. It says right so on the twisty thing there.
That's right. Give me that piece of leather. Cut that little strip off. Put some glue on it. There you go. Put it right there. Okay. Now I'm set. And back to work.
What about that? No one's going to ask. Yeah, but don't. No, nobody talks to me, kid. I'm all by myself.
So rub a little dirt on it. No, give me some of that grease because that'll keep. There we go.
We're gonna go make burgers. I need to darken this so it looks like a mole and not leather glued to my hand.
I remember learning how to tune up a car. Working on old 60s cars and trucks. You know, so, of course, how do you know it's got oil in it, Grandpa? Because it's still leaking oil. Oh, okay, well, let's get to work on it. And his hands would be black. And we would go to, in the early days of the drive-through, and we would go to McDonald's, and he would buy McDonald's for us to eat while we were working on cars. And, you know, my hands would be greasy. I'm wiping them off and trying to clean them up. Grandpa's sitting there holding a Big Mac with his greasy fingers and just going to town on it. And you get to the point where you look at it and you think, well, what the hell? Grandpa's been doing it for how long? Yeah. Give me mine.
Motor oil flavored. Yeah. Gross. Yeah, I'll wash my hands, thanks. Not that I'm OCD, but with my luck, massive staph infection. What? Tetanus.
I figured he was immune to everything because of growing up at the ranch and eating unaged beef and enjoying raw meat. Because how good is the beef off of that cow? Well, we're going to butcher it up, cut you a little piece. Tell me what you think. Oh, yeah, that's good and fresh.
Yeah, go ahead and cook it first. We all agree it needs to be cooked.
Grandpa was the whisper warm to it from the other side of the room. You bring it to him, he goes, loud mouth.
Rawr. I want it rare. So rare it's practically mooing. Yeah, when I was younger.
That's right.
Now, go ahead.
Yeah, pluck it, cut the horns off, pull its tails off, trot that son-of-a-bitch in here. I'm hungry. Yes, sir.
Right away, sir. Still bleeding profusely on that. No, I like a medium.
He's having conversation with the cow while he's enjoying it.
Yeah.
So how was your day? Boo? Okay, good.
Oh, really? She did that? Well, I mean, people like their meat prepared. Christine wants it well done, like well done. So, Dad, can you put this on again? One more time. What? All right. Well, of course, that was that was long ago.
Those are the ones you cooked for them in the blacksmith shop. Just pass it through the forge. It'll be done for her. There you go.
We cook hot dogs in there. What are you talking about?
There you go.
Oh, I wish I was an Oscar Mayer. Okay, that's too long. Take it out.
That's right. See, my ex liked the hot dogs burned. That was her thing. She wanted them crunchy. So I go, okay, yours are over here.
Yeah. You get to fight the dogs for yours.
That's right.
You want them crunchy? We rolled them on the ground. Lots of crunchy
there. It is. Have fun with it.
So gross.
Yeah, I liked to do it. My ex-mother-in-law was very good. She liked to do it kind of the St. Louis style, I guess. But she would sear it. She had one side that she had burning hot. And she would sear the outside of it so it had that nice crust to it, but it was still rare to medium rare in the middle. And that was always a great steak.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
And Grandpa was always, here, let me, plenty warm. There you go.
Give that to him. It's got my love and my scent on it. Top shelf.
Yeah, Grandpa, just warm that son of a bitch up. Pull it out of the fridge, would you? Leave it on the counter for me for 5 minutes.
We're ready to go here.
That's right. I'm set. What are you guys having?
I, it's over. There's no more searching. Life is complete. I already bought a jar and ate the whole thing. Jif sells just chocolate and peanut butter
Oh,
in a jar. In a jar. And a larger jar. That's too dangerous. I'm not buying that. Because that's like, you're done. You don't need any more. There's protein and sweet right there.
That's like, you remember the old days when they may still have it. You could get the Peter Pan, what did they call it? The Peter Pan Goober, which was jelly, and it was striped in there. So it was jelly and grape jelly and the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's available now will just blow your mind. They have Nutella mixed with peanut butter. This peanut butter and chocolate. Yeah, I'm done. Like I said, I didn't even make it to the bread. Oh my God, what am I, a 10-year-old kid? Apparently. So ashamed. I'm glad I told the internet. Like and subscribe for more 100% pure bar films. Who cares? Because the peanut butter and honey, you know that exists, right? Okay.
I don't know that you can get it together in one jar, but I always keep peanut butter and honey together side by side. Okay.
This is the large jar. I'm broke. Peanut butter's cheap. What are you going to do? They'll feed me for a week. So I'm sick of peanut butter. I've been eating it all my life.
Peanut butter is perfect. It's perfect on toast. Get you started in the morning. At the station house, we had a microwave and a toaster oven, and there were plenty of shifts where I lived on either
bagels,
white bread,
or
English muffins, and peanut butter. Because I could cook that up. You could get it. Tones go off. I had enough time to slather the peanut butter on it and take it with me out into the truck, and we're on our way, and I'm just enjoying my meal.
Peanut butter and chocolate is dangerous. I will eat it all and not even realize it. Well, when I go to Baskin Robbins, what would you like? 1 scoop of peanut butter and chocolate, 1 scoop of chocolate and peanut butter, please. I'm a very simple creature, man. I don't deviate. Oh, I've tried many other flavors. I have. And when they get a new one, I try that. But didn't we already talk about bringing back the ultimate flavors? Did we?
I don't know that I was part of that one, but.
Because I would vote for Swenson's chocolate amaretto cheesecake. It's a crime that's gone, but it belonged to Swenson's. So.
They had the other one that I always loved from Swenson's was their sticky, chewy chocolate.
Yes.
And it was the fudge running through it, and it was 2 different kinds of chocolate. So it was a darker chocolate and then a regular milk chocolate all together.
Fused into one glorious whole.
Yep. I used to love that stuff. And I was spoiled rotten because Old Man Swenson's first store was literally on the corner that my dad grew up on in San Francisco. When he was a kid, he used to sell newspapers, out front of the original Swenson's ice cream parlor. And as a kid, Old Man Swenson used to come out and grab all the kids and bring them in to have them test flavors. So what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this? Okay, that was good. I'll flip. And so every year when we would go to San Francisco, that was our regular pilgrimage. That was one of the places we had to go, was to the Swenson store and go in there and have an ice cream cone and walk his old neighborhood while eating an ice cream cone.
That's awesome.
Yep. I miss Swenson's terribly.
Me too. Well, there's not a lot we can do about it. It's been gone for a long time.
Yeah.
Also,
That and
super salad.
yeah, Super Salad was always a hit because they had the fresh bakery and you had all the other things that went with it. But you could gorge on salad and make
Yeah.
the most amazing, vibrant salad with everything on it. And you still got to get the fresh made muffins and the
It
cornbread and
without.
pasta.
I mean,
You know,
we have vegan friends. We have vegetarian friends. It makes absolutely no sense. Okay, it makes sense that they went bankrupt or whatever. They closed their doors. I haven't done my homework. This is an impromptu rant. This is a rant in the moment. But with all of the aforementioned heavy society that we have and push for vegan and vegetarian, why isn't it back? I mean, I mean, super, or as my oldest called it when she was really little, salad guy.
yep.
Because the guy comes by and he asks you if you want more salad. This is
And the
logical
other one,
sense for 3 years old.
and
Back
the
then.
other one that they had, their direct competitor was Sweet Tomatoes.
Another brilliant store gone.
Yep.
Or no, wait. I think they're
And
still around.
there may be one downtown. I'm not sure.
The problem is that.
The-
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say we lost Salad and Go. They just folded up tents.
Oh yeah. Why does
And
America
they
hate salads? What the fuck?
yeah. Well, it was interesting because they were the logical extension of Sweet Tomatoes and salad,
Yeah.
super salad. They were the logical extension because now you could go through the drive-through, and they had all of these wonderful concoctions, and basically it was whatever kind of a salad you wanted, and you were getting this. You were getting more salad than you could eat in a single sitting for most people
So good.
for less than $10, and that included all the protein and anything else you could possibly
Yeah.
want on it.
Salad.
Here you go,
and
have a good time.
I ordered the crispy jalapeno chicken wrap from Salad and Go, and it was
Yeah.
just phenomenal. It pisses
I
me
used to
off
love to
that they're
get
closed.
their Mediterranean, and then you could have chicken put on it. And I would get one of those. I'd eat off of that for 2 days.
Really? No, again. It's soup or salad was a perfect store. Hey, here's
Yep.
a whole plate of garbanzo. Here's a whole bowl of garbanzo beans. You don't like them? Okay, carrots. No, all right, celery. No, okay, mushrooms.
Yep.
No, okay, bell peppers. Oh, I love bell peppers, but I can't eat them now that I'm older because I don't want to be burping fire all the rest of the day. Oh, sorry. Oh, God. Am I okay?
3 kinds of olives and 2 kinds of onions, and
Yeah.
then they had all of the other fresh, and then they had different meats, and then they
Yeah,
had
and bacon
eggs
bits and
cheese and-
sunflowers
Yeah.
and just. I'd go
It was
back
a
4 or 5
20-foot
times. I miss it.
Yeah, it was a 20-foot long salad bar with anything you could think of, and that was before you got to the 20 different salad dressings that they had.
Yeah. Or the best is you have like a family member or friend across. Oh, you like that? Oh, it's jicama. It's good. I've never had that before. Oh, no, you should try it. Okay, I'll try some. Hey, you were right. This is pretty good. This tastes like celery without the hair.
Yep.
I love celery, but there's hair in it. It's not hair. It's cellulose.
Yeah, and then you turn the corner, and then you had the opportunity to get all the sweets and the sweet breads and all the other things and all the different sides that they had that you could have with it, and it was all included in the cost. Hey, here you go, And then they had the soft serve machine, and they had the peach cobbler, and they had the cherry cobbler, and then they had all the brownies and the cookies
amazing.
and that was all they did all day long. They cooked all this stuff, and it was always fresh.
I miss it so much.
Yep.
Damn it, my favorite Chinese restaurant at 19th Avenue and Union Hills closed. I'm very upset about this. They made amazing egg foo young. I don't know what happened. It's just not there anymore.
Yeah.
It's my favorite place. I haven't been there in years. It's still be my favorite.
That's like I've been fortunate. The Abacus Inn is still going strong up the street. And I've been going there for 30 years. I mean, I used to drive, when I lived on the south side, I used to drive up north here so I could have Abacus Inn.
One of my favorite restaurants, and when I have money again, I'll eat there one day. I treated myself a little while, about a year ago, on a whim, because I figured, what the hell. Corleone's, 16th Street in Camelback. Philadelphia, cheesesteaks, pizza, calzones, all of this stuff. They usually have Rocky play, one of the Rocky movies playing when you go in. They're also at Northside, east of the air park. That's the one I normally frequent when I have money. And they do a 2-for-1. So I'm coming back from the ranch, and there's a lot of detours, and it's in the afternoon, so of course the F-150 is overheating. And I'm pretty sure it's the overflow, the reservoir tank. Those little, they're 31 years old. They don't stick tight anymore. And when it does overflow, it's on the driver's side first. Well, none of the hoses are leaking, and the radiator's not leaking, and the engine's not leaking. Well, we've eliminated all the possibilities of what it can be. Now we know what it is. It's the reservoir tank. $52 and change on Amazon. Okay, I'll get to that when But in the meantime, here's like a Chevron with like a smoke shop attached to it. But in front, in this other section, here's the Corleone's truck. Oh my! Oh! I had to sell a seat that I didn't want to sell to Pete. Oh, hey, that rhymed. I didn't know it. So I had a little bit of extra money, and I get in there, and the cashier, he was trying to help. Oh, sorry, it's not open right now. It's 116 out. I've been carrying metal for the past 5 hours. I just want half a cheesesteak. I'll eat it right here. I'll stand here and eat it. As you noticed, it's not really put together there, and because I know they have the traveling, the Roach Coach that has Corleone's painted on it.
Yep, they used to be at 51st Avenue in Bell, over by the Cherry Bombs, the bar on the south side of it. That was where they set up for a long time. And now I see the truck on the opposite side of the road over at the Chevron there.
Yep. They used to be, I think it's a Panda Express now or some other restaurant. They used to be at Shea and Tatum. And we used to, because on Tuesday night after 4 p.m., 2-for-1 cheesesteaks. I'll take 4, please. 2 to pay for and 2 to get for free.
I took Little John there once when he came to visit. We went to the one down on 16th Street.
I like that.
And he walks in, and the kid's standing behind the counter, and here's Little John, all 6 foot tall, great big, massive, former Navy SEAL. And he looks at the kid and he says, "Are these good cheesesteaks?" And the kid kind of stammers, "Well, I think it is." And the old man, I think he was the franchise owner, comes around and says, "Best cheesesteak in the whole valley. I think it's one of the best cheesesteaks in the country." He says, "I've had some good cheesesteaks." He said, "I'm going to surprise you because the best cheesesteak I ever had, I had in Thailand during a time when I wasn't in Thailand." And the guy, okay. So you set him up. I'm making his cheesesteak.
Yeah. Don't fuck this up.
He made him a special cheesesteak.
That's
and John looked at him as we were heading out the door. He goes, "You know what? Almost as good as Thailand. You don't look as good as the little lady who sold me the one in Thailand."
Yeah, that's not fair. That's biased. I love cheesesteaks. I mean, I couldn't eat them all the time, but I am addicted to these protein bars now. I find myself craving them the 3 times I'm not at work. Yeah, 3 days I'm not at work. Well, I had to slow down. I was getting up to 6 a day. Don't give me chocolate and caramel in protein form and expect me to behave myself. And there's 2 different kinds. One's cookie dough, that's the winner, and the other one is cookies and cream. Oh, it's very good. It has more of a, not that it tastes like it, but the texture consistency would remind you of a Three Musketeers.
Okay.
But the flavor is definitely chemical cookies and cream. Yeah, all that free food. I had 4 hard-boiled eggs today. Probably shouldn't have done that.
Well, as long as you're the only one riding in the truck with you,
Yeah,
then that's
really.
okay.
That and it's noisy out there on the line. They don't know.
Roll down the windows in the car as you're going home. People are
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that poor man doesn't have air conditioning." Nope, that's not it.
Came here to fart. Thank you. Gotta go now. Woo! Oh, hey! Lava being. Welcome. Jingo is not feeling well. The others are, well, hey, they didn't make it. This is basically...
It is the summer.
Oh, well, we didn't write it down anywhere. Tonight's episode 82. Faced with having to go into a post-apocalyptic hellscape, a dystopian future. Well, I did make a couple, not this one, not that one, but the winning 2 choices were, would you rather have Snoopy as a companion or Gromit from Wallace and Gromit? Who was the third runner-up? We had a third runner-up.
Well, we talked about Brain because he was
Brain
very similar
from
to
Inspector Gadget. And Courage the Cowardly Dog, but not when he talks.
Yes.
Because Scooby talks, and I was, while you were having the internet thing. See, I said Gromit too. Jingo's going with Snoopy. You said Snoopy, right, Rob? Yeah.
Yep.
So now it's 2 for 2. These questions are important, damn it. Gromit has all the...
Snoopy,
But
I was just saying, because Snoopy can create the community. Gromit can go ahead and provide a lot of the technical aspect.
and do the upkeep.
But Snoopy becomes the one who can create the community and bring in, oh, this guy's a technical for this, and this guy's a technical for that. And we can build a community because Snoopy's the one that brings everybody in.
See, they are both specialists in their own field. That's why it's not an easy...
Yep.
It was. I've been agonizing it for 2 hours before I... Well, no, about an hour. I thought about it a lot today. But that's...
Yep.
Because they both have their... You know... Like you said, Snoopy has the community, and Gromit's got the technical know-how and the upkeep and the... See, Courage is just an early warning sign. But Courage has to stumble onto it or it has to come to the house. With Snoopy and Gromit, well, we've already kind of commented that Snoopy is oblivious sometimes. Ralph the dog from Sam and Ralph. Morning, Sam.
Yeah.
Morning, Ralph. He would be the third because of all of his super violence. He does it all blindfolded. He's Daredevil, basically. Protecting the sheep.
He's absolutely calm. He's very controlled throughout the entire event. He's choking the coyote while calmly talking and petting the sheep and and then okay, keep moving along.
Good point. Courage probably had deep occult knowledge, so pick him when you're dealing with the horrors from the beyond, was Lava Bean's response. Have to agree with that one.
If if we have to deal with the ancient ones, the old gods,
when you're dealing.
then Courage would be the one who can. Courage would be the one who can make the symbols and put everything together after he calms himself down for a moment. And he's, all right, here's what we have to do.
Eustace, Muriel, somebody get the door. But Ralph the dog wins on the Zen level too. So he's going to know something's wrong in the problem is it's all, you have to have the sheep with. Because the sheep are obviously the anchor.
Yeah. The other one is, the other one we didn't talk about was,
Astro from the Jetsons.
from the Muppets.
No.
I was going to say from the Muppets.
What? Ralph the dog from the Muppets?
Well, yeah, Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob. Tune in next week when Dr. Bob says. Ooh. Sam the dog. Yeah, because other than
Because
that.
he can play the.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, because he can play the piano too. Not only is he a surgeon.
Sir, this is an operating table. But that was tonight's discussion. We looked at all aspects because Snoopy does have Spike and Needles, the Woodstock and all the birds. Though Snoopy is vastly lazier than Gromit. Oh, I will point that out.
Yeah, he does require motivation, but once he's motivated,
He's unstoppable.
then he gets the job done. He goes, completes the job, and then right back onto the roof of the house.
And Snoopy comes with at least 3 alter egos. So, yeah, Joe Cool and, or he's just Snoopy in World War One. I don't know if that.
Yeah, a World War One flying ace.
World War One flying ace. Thank you. I thought flying ace was the 10, 20, 30, 40. The bloody red baron. Merry Christmas, my friend. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, you don't want, because you want to be quiet in the zombie apocalypse, or if it's the zombie apocalypse, even more so. We saw from I Am Legend that having a dog is not a good idea. But a dog is crucial in the Terminator timeline. So you can spot the Terminators. Because even when they're getting the hotel room, when Michael Biehn turns and he sees the German Shepherd sitting there, he immediately walks up to that dog with his hands out so the dog can smell his hands. So the dog knows he's not a Terminator. So that's how he,
Yeah.
But Brian's more of a human character than yes, he's a dog. I would never take that away from him. But then he's in the same, even though he doesn't have opposable thumbs, they give him opposable thumbs in the cartoon. Because Scooby-Doo has the same problems. Yeah, he's funny and he talks, but he's a Great Dane. They require an immense amount of food every day.
Yeah.
The droppings are enormous. They urinate a lake or a small mud puddle. And
but Brian is more intelligent, has more knowledge and experience than Scooby has. So Scooby is a great companion, and he helps. But Brian has the intelligence on Scooby.
Brian has the intelligence on Scooby, but Scooby has the long history of Adventure Time. Cheeks just Brian with superpower. I love John DiMaggio. I think I saw the first 4 seasons of that show. The Ice King. Gunter! But, yeah, I love Jake. On a tropical island. Well, I guess it deserves a pass. Because you've got we talked about Dino Mutt, Blue Falcon's Dino Mutt. And then I just mentioned Astro. These are talking dogs. They're not really a dog. But in the I've never read the book, but there was a movie made in the really early 80s starring Don Johnson, Boy and His Dog, where a post-nuclear war happens and women are almost non-existent. So the dog can tell by smelling when there's a woman around. And the dog, and Boy and His Dog is the name of the movie in the book, I think. I don't know. I don't know who wrote it. I should probably look this up since we're talking about it on the... I didn't expect to talk about this tonight, but I should have since dog is in the title. Yeah, I'm capable of learning. A Boy and His Dog at the End of the World is a book by Charlie Fletcher. It's also a movie from 1975 with Don Johnson. Don Johnson, L.Q. Jones, Suzanne Benton, Jason Robards. I think he's the dog. Maybe Tim McIntyre is I can't remember. Science fiction black comedy film. Oh. Anyway. But the year is 2024. We dodged that bullet, folks.
I was just say that sounds about right.
Searching a bunker for a woman. Oh, I can't even read the rest of this. There's the R word. The future's not nice. Oh, Blood is the dog. Vic is the boy. He's concerned with food, sex, and having lost his parents and no formal education. He does not understand ethics or morality. He's incompetent. I'm so tired. He's accompanied by a well-read, misanthropic, telepathic dog named Blood, who helps him. Anyway. So is Brian, Jake, are they? Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. You know. Perfect. That's what I just read. Thank you. Not a wholesome story.
No.
It's been forever since I saw it. I forgot about that part.
The ending was quite interesting, to say the least.
Well, I didn't mean to take the podcast to take that dark turn, but let's liven it up with something else. Yeah. So what, in November or October, the Glendale Car Show's coming up. I was asking Pete about that while we were out there, because I need to bring 4 doors and other stuff to sell. I got to answer the guy in Santan that he sent me a whole bunch of pictures and measurements of... But it's a cab over engine. I don't have any... I mean, you can buy one of my doors and modify it, and since I know the hell you're going to go through, I'll even throw you a discount, even though I need the money badly, because it's going to be a lot of work. There's got to be some guy who knows everybody across the country thanks to the internet that has Ford parts. Somebody like Pete, but with Fords, you know.
Yeah.
Pete hates Fords. He only owns one. Something's wrong with my truck. Well, yeah, it's a Ford. That's not helping. The same thing with Rick next door. Well, it's a Ford. Thank you. Appreciate it. You're doing a great job. Thank God you're my manager. I'm so good at this. It's funny. I see the humor in it. I can laugh at myself. They're cars. Some of them are lemons. Sometimes you buy a lemon. It happens. It's okay. It's trial and error. Expensive mistakes hurt the most. We're getting somewhere, though. I mean, he's all excited about the panel truck. I don't want to see it get chopped up, but I'm going to help him do it because he's a friend and it's a project, and I may have failed to restore her, but he's basically chopping the front of it off and then just slapping the cab that he gave me, the 54. He's basically taking that back. It's not like we can't find another one. It's probably in better shape than that one, because that one is, I don't think he remembers how messed up that is and how it's missing a big chunk in the bottom on the driver's side of the cab. I don't think he cares, though. Not only that, it's Pete. He's just going to, oh, yeah. I cracked him and Hector up because we were working on that. This is looking great. He says, oh, I'm going to take these two Chevy hoods and we're going to cut them and weld them together and paint them up nice and make them an awning for the door for the shop. That's going to look good. And then another friend in the circle was like, or no, one of the wives of a friend in the, you should paint the shop. And even and he looked at me weird. I'm like, why? Well, I should just, paint the outside of it. I would paint the inside of it, make it all white, make it look real nice, but paint the outside, for one, that is going to be a huge job. That's 1, 2, 3.5, 4, 5. That's 5 shipping containers, 2 stories of them. You'd need a crew. Hire dudes. Hire like 8 dudes to knock that out in like 4 days.
Yeah.
And second, what? Why? And I go, you're the patina king. Why would you want to paint that? And he just busted up laughing. Like, I'm not one on patina for vehicles, but for this, how the shop looks and everything, no, leave it alone. Do not touch this. I mean, eventually you're going to have to paint it, yeah. Because, it's the desert, rust and sand and the sun and the elements. And he had a
just put a nice,
go ahead.
Nice satin clear over it.
There you go. They'll never know.
Because that way you protect it. It still has the patina look. It's a satin clear. Then the inside you spray with, with the cool coat paint, like you said, nice white, but with that nice cool coat, so that it gives a little bit of insulation and it cools off the inside of the shop. Yeah,
maybe a matte or semi-gloss, nothing too fancy. Just do if you want to come back and do murals and that. But he's got 1,000,000 tin metal goofy signs. You've been there. He's got a bunch in boxes. That's what's going to cover the walls. It doesn't even really matter if you paint it, but I would paint it just like you said, temperature for the aesthetic of look how clean it is. Okay, dude, go nuts putting all your little signs up. Trespassers with a grumpy old Chevy owner truck. Da, 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 da. This kind of gasoline, this kind of oil. Every kind of Chevy ever made, yeah. Though he really wants to sell the Buick, the 48 Buick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, the best thing you can do is put it on a trailer and just drive it around town. Eventually you'll have some guy. That's how these things happen.
Yep. Take it to one of the car shows, one of the parts sales, put a nice price on it. Somebody's going to want it, or somebody's going to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
And now you've got a contact. Guy comes out, you're asking 10 grand for it. The guy shows up, it's really cool. He calls you back and he offers you 8 grand for it. You take it.
Well, it runs. I think he sent me the videos. I've been begging him to send me the videos. I think he finally sent it. I got to check. I'm overwhelmed and behind, so that'll pass. Don't worry. I remembered to play video games. That's all that's important. You're playing video games? I play like maybe an hour out of the day. Tops. So. Maybe 2 if I'm lucky. Or if Ed's not doing too much. But yeah, there's still a bunch of construction. This time the construction is the eastbound on the 101 from 51st Avenue till... They won't let you go out through Bell. I was absolutely pissed, so... What? So, but luckily you're not near any of that nonsense, so.
Well, and I don't have to go anywhere, so.
You look as tired as I am.
Yeah, it's been a
week.
It's been a long. Yeah, I had a cardiac procedure on Friday, and I'm recovering from it. So it's.
So we should probably end early, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm getting to pumpkin time a little bit early.
Not a problem. Again, the cats woke me up at 11 o'clock last night, 11:30, and I let them out. I've been up ever since. Today's kind of a surreal. Yeah, today was kind of a surreal experience. Did that just happen? Okay, everybody's normal. That just happened.
That's right.
But it was good.
The worst part is when they come to you and say, geez, Bill, today was your best production day ever. Oh, great. Thank you. I don't ever want to feel like this again.
Yeah. Actually, that's kind of scary because I did get 1,200 units assembled today, which that's kind of a personal best. But the only guy that... it was a very busy day, and there wasn't anybody next to me to make conversation with. It was just me and the robot all day.
Yeah.
And the 2 women were on the others. They're on the other side. They're in a whole nother area. So I totally heard their entire conversation through the benches, but I'm not part of this conversation. I'm trying not to listen, but both of them have distinct voices, and they're, as close as I am to the monitor. We're like right next to each other, even though we're 2 desks away, because that's how desks worked when they're back to back. And then Kim, he's Vietnamese. I don't know how much English he speaks, but he mostly speaks Vietnamese to the other Vietnamese all day long. So now he's the guy I didn't mean to strength flex on him. I was trying to help, but the thing started to tip, so I had to pick it all the way up. And man, them protein bars are really working. So I don't know that, and it's like a 20-minute walk to get into the building from where I park I park near the loading bay, and you have to walk because there's only one fucking entrance. You have to walk all the way around. So I have to go. It doesn't matter where you park. You still have to walk 3/4 of the building. The building is huge. Yeah. Huge. A couple thousand people work there. It's big. It's a big rectangle. So I'm getting exercise whether I want to or not. Body and Soul candles for the plugs. Go for Eric Marsh Foundation.
Eric Marsh Foundation. If you have the opportunity to donate, that would be wonderful. They do have their store where they sell shirts and hats and all kinds of goodies, and all that money goes to help the families of fallen wildland firefighters. So if you can help, it's always appreciated.
And people do buy the T-shirts. My neighbor across the street, years ago, the Yarnell fire, when the unfortunate, they perished. I wore that T-shirt so much, what I do with all the T-shirts, I wear them till they fall off my body. Because I had the blue one with all the holes on it, and all the metal Pete kept laughing at me. I'm like, what? It hasn't fallen completely apart yet. I have to wear it. It's my pact with the cloth demons.
Wear it until it becomes a rag. Then I use it until it disappears.
There you go. But thank you. Sorry, we're cutting out. We're both exhausted. He had a procedure. I had just a long day. I got to go to bed. I'm literally going to walk into the other room and pass out on the couch. But thank you for tuning in. Love of being and reason. Appreciate it. And thank you for watching the Supreme Council of the Master Geeks Lodge. Bonus, I scared a cat, too. It's okay. 2 cats, in fact. Hey, buddy. Mr. Steele. There's a cat meeting underneath my chair, apparently. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're having
a
meeting.
Be prepared. They're having a meeting to decide when they're going to eat you or throw you out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ruckus is getting bigger, but, dude, Steele's got 5.5 years on you. You can only beat him when you sucker punch him. I've watched. Sneak attack is your only method of victory. Other than that, toe-to-toe, you run away every time. All he has to do is make a certain and turn sideways, and you're out the door. But thank you for... We're going to cut it early tonight. We're both exhausted. It's been a long day. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next Tuesday. Rob wasn't feeling well, and everybody else has stuff going on. They can make it when they can make it, and if they can't, they don't. Thursday,
that's how we do it.
Thursday, tune in here, or Jingo's Ship of Fools for Savage Worlds, and Reason has joined us, so he's one of the main characters now with us. It's all coming together. So, thank you for watching, and yeah, man, feel better. You have a good night. And
thank you, you too. Take care.
Slumberland awaits.
Yes.
I have to turn off the lava lamp. You guys have a good night. Thank you for watching. I'm going to post everything tomorrow.
There you go. Take care, sir.